Are you for real? I've been reading for Aries that whole time. Okay, we're going to back it up. Okay, so we have 6 oracle cards that we're pulling for the collective for Aries. We're doing all signs in order. We're doing the who is gossiping on you and what are they gossiping about. I already rolled the dice on 4 signs. Now I'm going to have to redo it because I'm doing it live. So we're going to roll the dice again 4 times for Aries. Who is spying, or excuse me, spying. Who is gossiping? Is there going to be a Mercury retrograde? I am kind of going through it. Thank you, Terry, for being here. Okay, so what we have here is Aries, and I'm going to have to read the cards we have. I was just reading them out loud to no one. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to read them again. So the 4 signs that we will roll will be potentials that are gossiping on Aries. Now, the gossip on you, the T on you is what won by 58% at the polls. So thank you for voting. So it is the T on you, and we're starting with Aries, and we're going right down to Pisces. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for those of you who have. What are the 4 signs that could be gossiping on Aries? You got Sagittarius, you got Virgo, Aries again, or Aries, another Aries, Aries twice. So it could be another Aries. Okay, so what we have here, what they're saying, I kind of went through that pretty quickly, so I'm going to have to go through this again. There's a little bit of good news. Okay, so I think mostly toxic energies coming out of here, or people who are looking to pick at you behind the scenes. Okay, so but the one good thing I saw was drama detox. So if you were trying to clear your energy, you're trying to get better with life, you know, your hobbies, your habits, your people you surround yourself with, things you do, things that could be a lower energetic kind of vices, things like that, or people. Some people say you're detoxing from these things, that you're improving, you're repairing, you're healing. And so you might have 1 or 2 really good people that are saying this about you, but you have others saying that you tell white lies. Some people don't know what to believe. Some people say you flirt with danger. And when we see that, we also see Hellboy. They say that you like toxic relationships and or people that you cannot resist, that seem like the bad boy, the bad girl. And that sometimes in communication, it's like you throw shade. So some people say you're combative when it comes to talking to them with a snippy remark or sarcasm, something like this. And some people are saying that you're mouthy. It's just what they're saying here. There's some kind of danger coming up, and I was getting double towers showing up. Somebody thinks that you're going to have massive, here it is, right, storm brewing. Massive conflicts are stirring, and they're underneath the surface. They're brewing right now, and something big is about to happen. And then we pulled the tarot. You weren't here. You were listening, but you didn't get audio from me, so you didn't hear. Some people are saying your family is holding back from telling you the truth on some matter. Some people are saying that you are going alone, that you're like a lone wolf. And this is for Aries. What else do we have for Aries? There's some kind of problem that has to do with passing the torch to maybe a loved one, a family member, and that is what maybe they're not talking to you about. So somebody who knows your family might be speaking on, say something's going on with either parent or child, something like this, and maybe your perfectionism, you do it this way and you expect that your child will do it the same way, or so, you know, the opposite, whatever way you need to put it. But it's something about you have a certain way you do things, and someone in your family is not telling you directly, hey, listen, I'm not going to do it your way, or I didn't do it your way. Or so there's something being said about that. Some people say that you will bend the truth, and it's like you don't even realize that you have completely changed the truth by bending it. You've changed the story. Somebody could be saying that you are sorry you made a decision with a love situation, a prospect, that maybe you preferred to have made the other choice you didn't take. Yeah, you felt there was a missed opportunity. Ace of Coins reverse, Lovers reverse. Some people are saying that you made the wrong choice, and or you feel you did. But in the gossip, they say that you let go. You let go of something that was an opportunity. Some people are saying that you're too stubborn, you won't change. But there are some people that are seeing you as detoxing from any drama. Some people are saying that you are clearing conflict. So you have a little bit of everything going on. Some people say that you're sleeping on your intuition. You're not listening to your gut. And there's some kind of wasteful attachment, something you're stuck on that you shouldn't be stuck on anymore. Some people are saying that you should let go of something or someone. Got a Taurus here too, and a Libra, and an Aquarius. That's what I have for Aries. So how's everyone doing? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hello, tamales. Hi, Tamelas. Hey, Delaney. Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Cherry. Okay, so we are going to shuffle a little bit, and then we're going to get 6 cards and four dice rolls for the Geminis. And Gemini come out, so if that means something to any Aries, it did come out when the audio was off, so it could be a Gemini. Okay, so what energy could be talking about, gossiping about Gemini? Got another Gemini. We got a Scorpio. Got another Gemini. And we got a Capricorn. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what they're going to be saying, or they are saying already. Okay, so some people say that you stay stuck in situations longer than you really need to. Some people say that you last longer in a situation. Usually, if you think it's beneficial to you, you'll stick around, but you stay as long as you think there's a benefit to you. If you think that all of a sudden there's no benefit, you're out. But most people say you stick around too long because you're hoping that you're investing in something that is going to reward you in some way. So yeah, they say that you hold on too tight for nothing. So some people wonder just what's in it for them. If they usually will cut and run, why are they holding on so tightly? And then you have false promises. Apparently you're said to make false promises. So maybe there are some things that you thought you could come through on and you couldn't, and you have a reputation people are talking in circles over. They say that you break trust, that you don't keep promises, your intentions don't seem to be true, and you're very disappointing. Gemini, we have the truth. We have lies and alibis. Some people say you're not a very honest person. They literally say you're untruthful and that you get someone else for lying when you may be actually deflecting. They say that you dig a hole for yourself because you're usually pointing your finger at someone else when it's you. That's what these people are saying. Don't shoot the messenger. They're saying this. Okay, and then bubblegum phase. Some people are saying that you don't care. You're very nonchalant. The flame is really bouncing for this one, so maybe you are very nonchalant. Air signs usually get this kind of a reputation. You're someone that they say doesn't give an F, and you have a fragile ego. This is what they're saying, the gossip on the Gemini. The Gemini, there's some good things coming out, though. You do have messages in the stars. You're rising. So you could be excelling in business or in romance or your finances, something. But yeah, you're beginning to feel connected to your star chart, to, excuse me, your mission. You're connecting to people who will get you on the path of where you're going. So if you're seeing signs, if you're having like serendipitous things happen, it's because you're trying to align yourself and it seems to be taking hold. Others are noticing this. So some people might say, wow, did you notice that fell into Gemini's lap? So you're getting things to happen for you now because you're figuring things out when it comes to working with your own energy and how to implement getting things to increase or get that rise going. And then we have hot potato. You might have a Pisces and or a Leo that wants to say something to you. And there's a hot potato issue going on. Somebody is gossiping that, yeah, you're not dealing with some kind of game player, or there's somebody who wants to talk to you about a hot topic and you're trying to avoid them. That's what I'm seeing for Gemini, but we're going to get the tarot on that. Can I find out a little more for the Gemini people? Okay, so there's something about you resisted an ending. We have death in reverse. It could be related to a Taurus or a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. But people are saying that you did not let something end. Something was supposed to end. You did not let it end. You held on like a dog with a bone. Yeah, you were looking for clarity that maybe you weren't supposed to find. Maybe it was supposed to be you're supposed to work on you or something like this. But the people that are seeing this, they see this as going back to the sunk cost fallacy, the situation, holding on to something long past, its sustainability. It's not giving rewards. It's the life is gone from it, right? And so you held on to something that wasn't going any longer. And so people are saying, look, Gemini really shouldn't hold on to that, or they did. And they're saying that was a wasted effort and or a waste of time. Can I find out more? What are they saying about the Gemini, the gossips? Some people are saying that you're holding back from opportunities and moving forward on a planned project that you know very well you're supposed to be moving forward on, that you're looking for reasons, ways to stall out, to not do what you said you were going to do, follow through. So you're creating blocks for yourself. Some people are saying that you are actually the one that's getting in your own way. Thank you, Carrie. Welcome back to you too. Thank you for the boys. Hello, Delaney. Thank you for the care you're giving, Terry. I appreciate you all. Okay, so Gemini, we're going to get a little more what they're saying. What more are they saying about the Geminis, please? So they're saying that you might have taken a risk on a dim opportunity, not the one you should have been going for. So you took the wrong opportunity. It's a Seven of Cups kind of energy. They're saying that you took the wrong opportunity and you blocked yourself from what would have been true for you. People are saying that you took a fall from grace. I don't know what that's about. What is the fall from grace? Okay, you took a fall from grace because you have some kind of past trauma. I kind of feel that maybe you set yourself up for failure there because maybe you weren't healed. So Gemini, let's see. We have, yeah, you need to do some self-reflection. You weren't healed. With the Two of Cups in reverse, you weren't. Yeah, that's clarification there. Big ruckus in the room. You weren't apparently healed enough to take the opportunity that was really meant for you. So maybe you took the lesser of the two choices. Say the opportunity that was meant for you was really grand. The other one was just kind of like meh, but you thought That's all your worth was, because your self-reflection needed work, your healing needed work. So people are saying, Gemini could have done a whole lot better than that, but they didn't put more effort in, or they didn't put effort into themselves. They don't believe in themselves, something like this. So there could be people who actually really give a damn about you, who are gossiping, and they're just thinking, well, why won't Gemini get out of their own way? So this is what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything really, really hateful. There might be a few things in there that could be snarky, but I think it's mostly people who are suggesting, and it could be that you're mirroring with each other, because if you do have other Geminis you're dealing with, and or Sagittarius, it could be that you're shadowing each other, and so you're seeing it in each other, and so it could be that they've done the same thing you're doing, and so it's just a good idea just to kind of like observe yourself. So that's what I get from that for you, for the Gemini. Okay, so no, it's okay. For the third, that was supposed to be Taurus. So we went out of line. So you know what, Gemini, you skipped in line. You just crossed boundaries there. So I think that people are also gossiping and saying that you cut in line. So you jump to the head of the line, you try to cut in line. So like, say you have to wait your turn, you don't, you're in a hurry, you're frenzied. You think so could be you're having anxiety. It could be you think that you're there first, you deserve, you first dipsies. I don't know what, but yes, Taurus, what's supposed to be next? So I'm not saying that usually energy does work through the reader. So that is what I'm getting. Or somebody didn't get an opportunity and it was given to you, and that could be the dim opportunity. You weren't the one they wanted, because there was something better you were supposed to have. But this is kind of like consolation prize, because it was next thing and it was meant for someone else. So that could be too. So you'll have to take it for however it resonates for you. So can I get the Taurus who is gossiping on Taurus, please? What signs? Aquarius, Taurus, another Taurus, Gemini, another Aquarius. Okay, so we'll try at the tail end maybe to get more energy for you. Okay. Okay, Taurus. So there's something about empty promises with you too. So you could be a cusp Gemini. So we could be talking to both, somebody carries both in their chart. So no show. You had a real big event you were supposed to go to. You burned your bridges with someone, or they did with you. I'm getting Aquarius is involved in this with you, because often Aquariuses and Taurus are linked romantically. So there is some kind of unreliability here. And air signs can be aloof and do vanishing acts. So maybe it was the Aquarius, it could be flipped, but people are gossiping about somebody disappointing you and not showing, or vice versa. So there's somebody and your connection, you are the person you're involved with, that others are seeing. So maybe you sat alone in a theater or at some gala, some kind of event, and or you showed up with them and they kept going to the restroom or excusing themselves for calls or texts or something, and it was embarrassing. People are gossiping about this. People are gossiping about you're controlling access to your home. You're controlling access to you. You're blocking people. You aren't letting people near you. You have new rules set, and people are gossiping that if people want to be in your energy, they have to be attuned to these rules. So Taurus, this is a gated community. You could live in a gated community. So people are gossiping. Taurus really is kind of like upping the status. They are. So maybe you have cameras, you have an alarm system, and you have like a special box to talk into, a code to get to you, and it's become like very difficult to get to you. So they're saying that you're unreachable. that you're making it that way. You're trying to block people away from you. They're saying that your goals are strong, but it looks like you may be abandoning them. It says that you were, okay, you were really revved up for a while on some kind of goal or goals, some dream that you believed in, and you let it go. You threw it in the trash. You now are not believing in yourself or the goals you had. So maybe you're falling into some kind of mood, a moodiness, and others are saying Taurus is kind of like going dark. They're going within, or they're hiding out. This person's licking their wounds. So maybe you had a embarrassment. People are gossiping. Maybe you were embarrassed because maybe you're an actor or some kind of a entertainer. Maybe there was an event where either someone didn't show up and show you support, or you didn't come through. You had something happen. Now your goals are, for you, you put them in the garbage. People are saying that you basically are no longer prescribed to believing in your dreams now. You haven't reached them, so you threw them away. Some people are saying you are getting your DNA tested. So if I have a Taurus here, it's a paternity thing. Could be that. You could be sending your DNA in because you are following the news on the star seeds and wondering if you've been monitored by the 3-letter acronyms. So yeah, there's something about your DNA. People are wondering, actually, they're wondering if you should have your DNA looked at. They think you're something from outer space. They think you're very otherworldly. They might think there's something very different about you, and they're curious if you're going to come out and exploit. Maybe they watched you do something like get yourself your DNA results to find out if you have any starseed linkage. And if I didn't get to before, say, the cash held on to the picture from Lucky Girl. You are on Cosmic Sage, in case you wonder. And we are right now on Taurus. Some people are saying that you have discovered your love language. Some people say that you know how now to express yourself and receive love, but for some reason, maybe that's why you're locked away. Maybe you're with someone special and everyone else is unable to reach you. So maybe they're speculating. Yeah, because you're sailing above drama. So I think that you've actually tried to block yourself from anyone that you feel is toxic and or not aligned with your world. I'm getting Pisces and Aquarius energy here. So they say you can't be bothered. So Taurus, some people are saying that you're unreachable, you can't be bothered. You may be only aligning with those that are doing the same. I think that you have a very small amount of people you're letting in your circle or near you. So the gossip on you is that you're unreachable, you're otherworldly, that you may have fallen in love, you're out of sight, but you're not aligned with your goals anymore. You don't have them. Some people say that you threw away your dreams, but you fell for somebody. You're in love, or there is a breakup. Some Tauruses may be in love right now. Others may have had a breakup, but you're convalescing and or you're gating yourself behind a wall so that people can't get to you. Can I find out what else is the gossip on the Taurus, please? Taurus people. What else is the gossip on the Taurus people? Okay, so you are together with somebody that you might prescribe to as a twin flame, 4 of Wands. But I think that if you are putting boundaries up, no one can reach you. It could be the past loves gossiping about you. People who knew them, they're all gossiping about you. Could be that you're a person, or you are military, and there is somebody who is at home now. They're not stationed away. They've come home. This could be that you just got into a new home and you decided to put your boundaries up. So it is a gated community. You have special key codes. Only your honey gets in, that kind of thing. Kind of find out what else they are gossiping on Taurus about. That you're becoming an expert in some kind of a element. What is this? What is this expert energy? I'm kind of seeing you as seeing that if you failed at a goal and it was in the entertainment field, I'm getting people are talking that you are learning to be humble and take the L. That you're learning how to, I'm hearing the word boastful, not be boastful. Like you got the L and you're trying to be graceful, test of dedication, be graceful about the loss. The victory is that you tried. That's what I'm hearing. The victory is that you tried, not that you exceeded. There is a glorious win that you are keeping your eyes on, though. So you have changed your goal. I feel the goal you had, you threw away. There's something different. Could be athletic. Can I find out more? Yeah. People are saying that you're reassessing your priorities, your goals, that you have switched it up, and they're wondering, to what mechanism are you going to now go? So maybe they know that you're somebody who has many areas in which you could focus your goals, but you're picking something physical. And it could be that you are yourself wanting to go into the military. Maybe you are planning to get in shape for that, and that is what your goal is at this time. People are gossiping about your unexpected setbacks. So I don't know what that is. Let's find out. What are the unexpected setbacks for Taurus? Something lost in the past. What was that? You're holding on tight to something you lost in the past. I think it has to do with material gains. So it could have been a home, piece of property, somebody that, was a stable, secure person in your world. And that is what I'm seeing for Taurus. Sorry that we got you after Gemini. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. Could be because you have an Aquarius reader here. Leo. Cancer, another Cancer. Could be a mother figure. Could be somebody in your social network as well. It doesn't have to be Aquarius. Could be somebody you know on a friends list or something. Somebody that you consider a friend. Let's get some oracle for you on that, Cancer. Cancer, what they could be saying, the chat or the gossip. Now, mind you, everyone, it does not have to be what is being said. No two people that carry the same energy or know the same people. It could also be a past thing. It could be coming in the future. So take what is yours and leave for who it is if it's not for you. Okay, you could have somebody gossiping about you dodging questions. They say that you gaslight, you may avoid accountability, you evade answering something directly. Some people are saying that you have cultural appropriation. So this is giving, like, if you have ink, it is according to the label that you identify as, and or what it is that you are. Some people, okay, you know how white people are known to do what they call blackface, and that is something that they think they're owning or something like this, and they're not, but it's incredibly insensitive because it seems like it's a racist move. This is what it's kind of saying. So like portraying yourself like something you're not, maybe, because we have like all these different cultural logos here, and not everyone can be all these things. And so Cancer, somebody could be saying this, like maybe you sport different kinds of energy, and maybe you have things in you, within you, culturally, but some people are feeling a certain way about this, so they're gossiping about it. Did you see what Cancer was wearing yesterday? Or do you see the ink that Cancer has? Or there's something about this that they don't feel you either identify or you're worthy of a particular label or something like this. We have spark of creativity. So for Cancer, this is actually good gossip. Somebody says you're very artistic. They admire the possibilities, the innovation, the spark of interest that you have in what you're creating, that you have some kind of a aptitude for the creative arts, and they really enjoy watching you, what you're producing, what you're going to do next. So people are gossiping. Did you see the next thing that they're working on? Cancer has got some ideas. Cancer has been putting out some really good projects lately. So this could be work. This could be somebody who knows you're at your business. Could be somebody just likes the way you put together your image, your aesthetics, your home, your garden. But people are talking about how creative you are and how much of a flair you have. So this may be related to Cancer. I'm going to say this. This is really embarrassing because I was going to do the reading on it. Maybe I should do it. I don't know. If anyone is here that knows a Cancer who could become pregnant or they are, I have a pregnancy card here with a pregnant mommy. And I was standing at the kitchen sink, and I channel, as some of you know, and it popped in the word lactating. So that's not something that should pop into my head. I have no reason for that to pop into my head, but it popped in. So somebody that comes to the channels is going to find out they're pregnant, or they are pregnant. They know they're pregnant, because that only happens if you're pregnant or after you've had a baby. So sabotaging birth control, trying to get pregnant. So they show a pregnant woman here, okay? And somebody could say that if you're in a connection that you are trying to stymie a pregnancy, and you're afraid of, say, I'm going to say because of lactating, I'm going to say the effects of what it does to the body may be off-putting, upsetting, scary to the Cancer. So people are talking in circles, maybe as to why you would do this. Why does Cancer not want to do a pregnancy, or why would they try to stop a pregnancy? But it looks to me like you're being gossiped over not wanting a pregnancy and trying to throw some kind of blockage in there. There is some gossip that you have some kind of revenge plot on someone, that you are waiting to give somebody punishment for what you feel that they deserve. Some people are saying they're waiting to see you make a strike on them, or the other person, or the person they're watching. Could be that a group thinks that you have it out for them. There's a revenge plot going on here, and it's like they're afraid of Cancer. Some people are gossiping that you have an obsessed follower or you are an obsessed follower. So there could be as well, you may need to flip it, because if you do have somebody who's stalking you or something, it could be that some people are talking about, watch out for Cancer. Cancer has somebody shadowing them. They could be dangerous. So it could be, like if you were going to be the victim versus victimizer, but somebody could be blowing you up to be worse than you are. If, say, you're mad at somebody and they think you want to get revenge and at all costs, that kind of thing. So the revenge plot here, it's like somebody is obsessively keeping tabs on Cancer, perhaps, or Cancer is doing this for someone, on someone, and there is a revenge plot at play, and this is what the gossip has. So it doesn't necessarily have to be true. Okay, let me repreface that. It does not have to be true, but this is what is being said. So it's either direction. Can I find out what else is being said on the Cancer, please? Some people are saying that you've gone through some deep anguish, some kind of a betrayal. Ten of Swords. What else do we have, please? For the Cancer, what are people saying? Chariot's not for everyone. It doesn't have to be for you. If you know it is, then you can feel it if it feels like it fits. So your wishes are going to be granted. People are seeing that it's like you have a genie, you have the magic touch, and it could be because you had massive betrayal. So all of a sudden, karma is going to be delivered to the one that did this to you, and dharma is coming for you. People are saying that Cancer has been through it, and they're about to get their dharma. What are they saying? What is the gossip on Cancer right now? That you have been through a hard misfortune, and that you're deserving of the dharma because of everything you've been through. So there's people that are thinking the best. They're wanting to see this dharma come for you. Five of Coins, that you might have been blocked from extending or expanding, having opportunities, having people accept you, and that your dharma coming, things are going to go in your favor. So people are wanting, excuse me, to see this. Some people say that they watched you go through some painful transition. The Tower, they saw you as you had to reemerge from the wreckage of something. Can I find out more on the Tower? Some people are saying that you're very independent, you're very dependable. Some people think that you're a very dependable, wise choice when it comes to leadership. For Cancer, what are they saying? What is the gossip on Cancer? Some people are looking and seeing that you have a stagnant routine, that you're kind of doing the same thing. You're not shaking it up. You're not trying something new. Some people don't feel that when they're talking about you, that they are intuitive with you, that you don't, you're not empathic, or you're not meeting them intuitively. When there is a discussion, it's like maybe they feel it's superficial. Maybe they feel it's less sensitive, the connection that you have in communicating with them. So some people are saying this. You might not connect that way with everyone. So there might be a couple people who anticipate or expect maybe a little more intuition from you, of you. For Cancer, some people are saying you're very strategic and you are about to, I'm getting, if you're a artist, you're going to be painting a masterpiece. Some people are saying that you're about to make the gallery explode with color and art that's not been seen in decades. I have A young artist here, they say that you're just in your baby phase. You're somebody who's going to go somewhere when it comes to art. We had that before. So there's something about your expression when it comes to using art, and your rapid fire planning has people really talking. They're curious. You could be somebody that's involved with architecture, and people are saying that your lucky day is coming with the wheel. And so there's a new beginning, a bright new path ahead, and people are observing. They might think that you're going to come into money or start all over with someone. That's what I have for Cancer. So it's mostly good, but there's a few things in there. That doesn't have to be for every Cancer either. Okay, so for the Leos, what do we have for the Leos who's gossiping on them? Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn again, and Gemini. I was called to use the number 4. The number 4 and the number 6 is where we are with this reading. And so we are going to look into what Leo has going on with the gossip around them, on them. Okay, Leo, you might be isolating yourself from a crowd, or you're feeling some kind of way. People are saying that you don't fit in, or you're feeling like you're above others. They're saying that there's a disconnect between you and others. You feel far away. If you can hear my son talking to me from the next room, you feel far away. Did I tell you all that he practices his language? That's why he talks. He's like a linguistic. He has not done it on mic yet, but he barks for me. Has anyone had a cat bark? I'm not kidding. He has barked for me more times than at first I thought he was coughing or something, but he does practice with his voice. When he does it, I think he's practicing because he's trying out different, and he has heard the dogs around us, so that's where he would get that, I think. But it's weird. Okay, so Leo, that could mean something. You're a cat. Maybe you're acting like a lone wolf. And so, that Leo energy, people are saying you're a lone wolf. You feel alone, but I think you're doing this to yourself. You're isolating. They're talking about this. Some people are saying that you usually perk up and give bad advice or unsolicited advice. So we have people saying you butt in and you're not welcome with your advice. You sometimes do. Maybe you put yourself in a position where you feel like you're isolating yourself because you're feeling kind of a cold chill when the room goes quiet, when they don't really want to hear what you say. So maybe that's what's happening. You're like, you'll back out. And so you decide you don't want to be part of it. So people are gossiping about your advice not being requested, and you're putting it out there. And there's some kind of a win you're coming into. Some people gossiping over something happening for you perfectly. So it's like a project's going to take off. It's going to grow legs, and you're going to get success on some project. Could be work, could be plans, a goal. We have walls of silence. So you and someone are blocking each other, Leo. There is some kind of block going on between you and someone else. Somebody refuses to communicate with you, and the gossip could be coming from the circle surrounding either of your groups. They could say, yeah, but the Leo and their person, they're not talking at this time. Yeah. So Leo, some people are saying that you're up for a promotion. Some people are saying you're about to ascend when it comes to career, that your career and personal life glow up energy is coming here. and that your achievements recognition are around the corner. Some people are recognizing this. So maybe you've excluded yourself from, say, the group. I'm feeling kind of like reindeer, Rudolph the reindeer, red-nosed reindeer kind of vibes here. You know, you're part of the team, but you're kind of singling yourself out, staying in a different, you know, in your own world, mostly because everyone thinks you're weird. Maybe, I'm not saying that they do, but there could be, by this, because you're so caught up in your own goals, and your advice is not wanted. So maybe you sort of have set yourself up to be kind of a loner, maybe working in your shadow energy, Aquarius energy, but you have a hidden talent that's uncorking. People are seeing it. Very similar to Cancer, and you could be a cusp, but you are discovering some kind of abilities. These could be your psychic gifts. Maybe you are offering advice and people aren't ready for it. Could be your psychic indications, and these people could be not ready to hear what you offer because it's too uncomfortable to hear when you're answering their inquiries, and or you're impeding on questions and or advice that they didn't ask for, but you're giving too direct an answer. You're too in the know, and it makes them uncomfortable. That's what I'm getting so far. For the Leos, what do we have for the Leos? What is the gossip on the Leos? Okay, so yes, you're very determined, and I'm getting your third eye, so this could be your gifts, so your psychic abilities, but you could be an artist or creative person, so it could be that too, but kind of feeling that you're going through something because of your shadow work, and people are gossiping because you are excusing yourself from the crowd, and you are being a loner, and it's not usually you. You're doing something to keep yourself, and they might think you're uppity, they might think you're just being weird, but they don't recognize that right now your intuition is starting to spark. So you have some self-doubt about sharing this with them, and so you're kind of acting like a loner because you don't want to have them thinking whatever opinions they could come with this, because people are not all believers, and so you think that they might think you're cray or something. And so, yeah, with the Eight of Swords, people are saying that you're doubting yourself, but I think that they recognize that they might doubt you as well. They're afraid to see you tap in to these abilities. I think they're just as much afraid as you are. And so this is why I'm kind of also feeling Stranger Things vibe here. You're kind of like different. You stand out because things are starting to happen for you with your gifts. And so you just want to be prepared that you only show that to the people you trust. And so you don't know if these people are the ones you can trust. Then you have the Empress here. People are saying you're very creative. You might be looking like you might be ready to have another baby or have a baby, or you're thinking about having a baby. Maybe somebody's saying Leo might be getting started with a family, and or maybe they are pregnant or their person is pregnant. Something about that. Somebody is talking about you needing to do some therapy. This is a shadow energy, Two of Cups in reverse. They're saying that you need to be introspective, excuse me. Some people are saying that you fall for temptation easily. Somebody says in the group, and I think it's just one, leave Leo alone. Leo deserves the break, the time away, the time to be left alone. They have worked hard. They deserve time from the clique, the crowd, the group. They deserve quiet. That's what I got on that. One more for Leo. What are they saying? Oh, that you're very indulgent, that you could have an addictive personality. The Devil, Capricorn energy, clarifying it with a lesson unlearned. So there may have been an addiction that you keep kind of rolling back into. People are saying they see this. You don't have to be. They could make the observation that you are, but this does not have to be true. They think that you have like a DRUG or alcohol or something like that kind of addiction going on. That is what I'm getting for the Leos. I hope that you'll have a wonderful till we see each other next time. Okay, so Virgo. We have Virgo, the gossip on Virgo. Who would be gossiping on Virgo? We have Taurus. Yeah, Taurus again. Taurus again. Virgo, I hope you know a Taurus because there's 3 Tauruses here and then you got a Libra. I'm going to give you another roll but you could be a cusp, and this could be just saying this is definitely for you. It could be a fixed sign too. Okay, you as well have Leo here. So the other fixed signs in case would be Scorpio, Aquarius, and why is it falling out of my head here? I have someone hunting over here, so he's distracting me. I'm sorry. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you need to ask a question before you leave, hello, Ronaldo, how are you? If you need to ask a question before you leave, Cherry, let me know, okay? Good morning. What time is it there, Ronaldo? Okay, I'm glad you had a good time at the movies, Gary. So we have Virgo. Okay. Virgo. So you have instant family here. Some people are saying you're dating someone with children. I don't know if that's true or not. That doesn't have to apply to every Virgo. So there could be some kind of gossip that you're going to be a step parent or you're dating someone with kids. There's a ready-made family that you're getting yourself involved in. Somebody is gossiping that you took a long time to say goodbye to them or someone else. Somebody is gossiping you didn't apologize soon enough and somebody has crossed over. So I'm so sorry if you lost anybody. There could be somebody that crossed over that you hadn't apologized to, or you feel and you're being observed as somebody who is treating them like they're no longer a living person in your life, even if they didn't cross. So they're saying that you're treating them like they are no longer a living entity. So people are saying that you didn't apologize and the end happened and there's no chance, because we also have fake apologies and we have late apologies. So they're saying that it would have been a fake apology had you have apologized. So maybe this person iced you out. Maybe that you took too long because you're Earth. You took too long to come their way to apologize. Uh-oh, I think I better get this taken care of. Just a minute. Are you okay, honey? I'm sorry. What was it? Did it go away? You okay? You're so funny. He says, no, it's there. It's got to be there. It's got to be there. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to put this here, honey. I think it's gone now. I think it left. I think it left. You're so funny. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what it was, and I had to get my son away from it so I took care of it because I didn't want it to sting or bite. Okay. So Taurus, there is a fake apology that they say that you would have made. So it was too late. So it could be somebody is gossiping that you did something, you took too long to rectify something, to come clean on something. And I have regretful hookup here. So somebody's talking about you engaging with someone maybe while you were in the confinement of, say, a connection. And it could have been a deal breaker. So this person, there's also sticks and stones, fake apology, but the gossip is you wish you never did something that you didn't have an opportunity to apologize on, and it basically killed the relationship. Some people are gossiping that you have anger issues and that you won't back down, that you usually are very stern about getting what you want. And some people are saying you can be a bully. They can say that you are um, you have a lot of attitude. That's what some people say. So they're saying Virgo has a lot of attitude. I'm getting Taurus energy here, so it could be you and a Taurus. You lock horns. So gossip is surrounding some kind of a obstinance or something between you and another. Could be another earth sign. What else are they saying? What is the gossip on Virgo? You're holding back something. Could it be that you held back the apology? So you're holding back something. You're holding back. What is this holding back for Virgo? Your motivation. So you are not letting yourself get moving on something. So you're holding back on getting moving forward, getting running on a project, getting going on your goals, your desires, your plans. Some people are saying you're about to move. Some people are saying in circles, the gossip is maybe that you found a twin flame, a person who would be your counterpart. Somebody saying that maybe you're interested in somebody in the military, or you're in the military. They could say that. So tell me, what are they gossiping on Virgo about, please? Okay, Virgo, you're getting people that could be pocket watching you. They're talking about you having lasting security. They say that you're set for life. You got the 10 of coins here. They're saying that you're ready to plant your seeds, that you're set for life, that you've made um, the right collaborations, that you could be saying your vows at some point. So with the 4 of Wands prior and the 3 of coins here, it could be that they're seeing that you're going to maybe be tying the knot if you haven't, or re-establishing vows you already have. So people are talking about your connection, your commitment in sight of what would be a forever kind of commitment, right? They're saying that you make strategic moves. People are gossiping that, yeah, all your wishes are coming true. All your wishes are coming true. And they're gossiping that you are unstoppable. When you get what you want, you go after what you want, you get what you want. That's what they're saying. It's like you have a genie in the bottle, and they're saying, let me see, that you've let go of some kind of anxiety. So if you're getting sleep all of a sudden now, and it's showing because you don't look haggard from being like unrested, and or you're perky in the morning, and you're showing up at work, or people are talking to you and you're all there all together. People are saying, looks like the anxiety's gone. It looks like the sleep is returned to Virgo. People are gossiping in favor of a lot of things for you. Okay, we're not doing questions as of yet, Kumari. Thank you for coming in, but we are doing collective, and I am going to be moving into Libra. So we're a little over half done, and then we will do answers on people. So who needs to hear it? 1111 is what I'm seeing on my machine. It just went down to 911. So there could be an emergency, a tower event coming for twins. Okay, so 9/11, it was 11/11, so now it's 11/11 again. So there could be some kind of tower moment coming in a twin situation, just saying that as a reader. Okay, so we're going to find out for Libras, who is gossiping on the Libras. Got Taurus. We got Pisces. I'm starting to see why Taurus has to lock down and be behind gates. They're gossiping about everybody. I'm kidding. We have Aquarius. I'm one to talk, right? And we have Aquarius again. So Libra, you could have an Aquarius that's really, really gossiping on you. Okay, so could be that someone is reading, spilling the tea as I'm doing right now. Well, I can actually, after we finish this, I could, if you remind me, Carrie, I could find out what twin signs we could be looking at and get a little flavor on that if you want me to. Because it might not be a big deal. It just might be some kind of SOS thing that you need to pay attention to. Because now we're at 11/12, now we're at 10/12. Okay, so we are going to be doing the Libra gossip. Did anybody ever watch the show Newsroom? That show with Jeff Daniels, Newsroom? Okay, Libra. So Libra, you may be showing up and invited somewhere and it is being seen by others, or somebody's going to be at your doorstep pretty soon and, or excuse me, you're going to be doing it, or somebody will be at yours, right? Either way, there could be some gossip that you have uninvited guests coming. Now, if you're somebody who has mediumship capabilities, could be that people are talking about your paranormal guests, that you have crossed over visitors, people who are coming to you in your home that are not seeable. So maybe you aren't making quiet, that you have gifts and you have friends from the past that no longer live and they're coming to visit. Maybe that's very rare. That could be one or two Libras out here. But there could be an old love, an old friend that is coming around. They're uninvited. This, if it is a ghost kind of thing, it's somebody that you have unresolved issues with. So there's like, say, mad entity energy going. So people could be talking about that. Now, if this is in the flesh, they're not invited. So you're going to send them away and it's going to be seen, and the gossip is going to be on that. It could be a neighbor talking about this. So you have unfair expectations. And so people are saying that you dream big and you carry big burdens if you don't succeed with those goals that are big. And here we have like Olympic people, and they're trying to outmatch each other in races and competitions. They say that you pressure yourself. People say you put too much pressure upon yourself. Some people are saying you're getting hate on social media. So you could actually, with this uninvited guest, you could be receiving unwanted people who maybe you were doxxed. Maybe you have a podcast, you're a big personality, maybe you talk politics or something that gets people riled up. But we see subtle insults, people who are insulting you, they're coming at you. So I'm getting, everything isn't going to fit every Libra, right? I mean, some of this you're going to have to take it and turn it around where you need to, but I'm getting like hate on you and hate on, like no thumbs up. Okay, so it could be thumbs down. It could be people saying that this literally says you suck. People saying just divisive things towards you. And you could have somebody who really wants to give you an earful and they want to show up at your door. So the gist of this is people say, I bet you, or I have seen, I believe Libra is getting this much hate. There's hate stuff coming towards Libra, and we're witnessing this. We see this. There's signs of it. It's coming. If Libra doesn't stop trying to act like they're better than others, because we have the competition here, we have this, you competing in maybe, you put pressure on maybe the group around you too. Maybe there's people you're putting pressure on. So maybe that's why they're also coming unhinged. So I think you got some hate coming at you, and there's gossip on that. So you had a messy breakup, and it isn't a secret. Others are noticing and or talking about it. It didn't get cleaned up. It didn't get cleared up. You're still holding on to it. And they are recognizing this. People are saying, Libra still looks like they always drive by so-and-so's house, or they check up on so-and-so's profile. Libra is not over that person. They're still stuck on that person. And then you have still standing. So you put up a tough front trying to prove that you're still standing, but yet it's kind of messy. So it's like some people believe that you're just trying to put up a front. They don't think that you're over the heartache. So you're trying to portray yourself as somebody unstoppable, but when it comes to love, your heart is still broken and you're not healed. You're not over it. So somebody is gossiping on that. Somebody is gossiping that you have a family feud going on. So this could be the hate that's coming in, like a Facebook or something. Like, no, I didn't like such and such, whatever you did at the family picnic. Something like this. So there is some kind of prolonged conflict. It was waiting to blow up in your face. And some people are saying they're waiting for the final curtain. They're waiting for something to explode when it comes to you and family. Somebody wants to come towards you. It could be a family member that's going to drop over at your house. They have something to say to your face, and they've been doing it maybe on social media. So maybe this is your family, your neighbors, circles in your intermediate, like the people you really know. Okay, not just work people. Okay, people you really know, and they're saying this on you. Okay, so Libra, what else do we have in the gossip when it comes to the Libra? What do we have in the gossip when it comes to Libra? Okay, some people think that you worked really hard, you earned your rest. You have someone that's going to have an eye on you. And this is like attraction, and I think someone's going to see it. Since they're paying attention to you for all the conflict surrounding you, they might notice somebody's taking a look at you and you're not over the prior, and that's why they're talking about it. Maybe they're speaking in circles about rebound. Yeah, because this person could be your happily ever after, but you haven't yet healed from the other person. So people are saying, listen, I don't think that Libra is ready to step into that. They're not ready at all. They're afraid that you're going to fall from grace. Now, some people might be on your side, others might not be. Some people are talking about, this is erroneous, it could be just one of you, that you could be ready to have a child. Page of Cups. There's something new coming into your world. Some people might think they see a baby bump if you're a female. Yeah, some people think that you have a heavy workload. You're getting a lot of work hours. You're showing up at work a lot. Some people they're saying you get like a huge opportunity coming soon. And some people might think that you are still pretty shattered over the heartache you had, that maybe you would be easily swayed by, say, a Knight of Wands, somebody who would come around, prancing around for a good time, right? Some people think that you would be vulnerable to that kind of a sneak attack, right? That you need to reassess your priorities. Some people are saying that you aren't right now right with your priorities. They don't see you as all determined. Okay, that is what I see for what they're saying. What is the gossip for the Libra? What is the gossip, and who is the people? Who are the people coming in for Scorpio? Gossip. Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. I got Aquarius so many times. I wonder if it's your dear reader here. I mean, I can't help it. I have to say what I'm saying here, right? But you could also have somebody getting gossip via readings. This could be the way that they're hearing the gossip. It doesn't have to be at the water cooler, on the phone, in text. It doesn't have to be secrets, swirling around. It could be somebody literally getting readings on you. 𝒔𝒊𝒈𝒏𔔔 you can, but as well Cherry can too, but I'll have to stop to write it. And okay, so as long as it doesn't get lost, I'll try to come back to it. Okay, actually, can you do me a favor? Maybe Cherry and 𝒔𝒊𝒈𝒏𔔔, when this stream's over, why don't we do it this way? Okay, listen, because I don't want to lose what I'm doing here, and then I gotta read everybody who's been here. So why don't we have you do it on the outside when there is no, or you can like affix it to the last post that I put up. That way it won't be, because we had in the beginning, we had Taurus was jumped ahead of by Gemini, and I kind of want to keep things in order for those that have been here, so it's just more fair. So I appreciate and understand your situation, but if you do that, I'll still get to you. It'll just show up in the next, or I can head over there when I'm finished with everyone in line and get yours. Is that okay with you? Okay, so we have What's the Gossip, and we are on you, and we are on Scorpio. Scorpio, there's people that think that you make fake compliments. So there are people who are saying that you are inauthentic when you say things to, it's like you're gaslighting. Some people are saying that you're fake when it comes to what you say about someone's outfit, or, you know, about their work, about their car, their, you know, something, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their spouse, their baby. You know, some people say, I've heard people say, oh, that was an ugly baby. I've literally heard that. And sometimes you hear people say that, but maybe you have kind of one of those resting kind of faces, and they think that you might think certain ways, but the gossip could be that you say things and you're totally fake with what kind of compliment you're saying. And also there's a plot twist here. So if you're getting readings, somebody's getting readings on you, actually. Somebody's getting readings on you. I'm getting this here. So this gossip, there's something that they're going to find out about you, and they're going to be supercharged in the gossip over it. It does look like they're finding out something about what you've been handling carefully. It could be that you've been complimenting, but it doesn't have to be that part of it. But we have black gloves. Somebody might be thinking that, or through their readings, they're getting on you that you're taking things, you're touching things, you're stealing things. It's giving somebody who is deceptive. So you got something that you own, or something that you didn't get honestly. And so they're getting this in a reading maybe, and they're gossiping on it. Oh, you know, Scorpio probably didn't really pay for that. Or I bet you they got it for a better deal than you think they did. So maybe it isn't that you did anything like this. The reader could say you did, but it could be that you got something dirt cheap. Maybe you got a really good deal on something. And so it's being reiterated to the group. You know, they're saying, oh, listen, Scorpio, they thieved on that, or something. They stole it. It wasn't proper the way that they didn't pay for it properly, or something like this. There's a twist in how you dealt with articles of the material world. I don't feel it's money. I think it's an item, a book. Some people are noticing that you have a jealous ex and they're talking in circles over him or her. They're seeing that you have no feelings for this person at all, but this person won't leave you alone. This person is showing up maybe around your home, at your job, and they're wearing sunglasses. They're trying to be inconspicuous. They're holding on to you, and people are talking about it. And they're also saying that you so easily let go of this person, but they don't feel very safe. These people are saying they don't feel very safe. And there's some people that are saying this person was subtly manipulative with you in the relationship. So they feel like they were controlling you. They were trying to marionette you. And so, yeah, you had it takes two to tango kind of thing. So you had a knockdown kind of relationship. People are saying, well, did you see Scorpio go at it with their past person? They used to give just as good as they got. So it takes two, the tango. So they're saying that you weren't so innocent. That's what some people are saying, that you cut yourself free, but you weren't so innocent. So people are like, well, I don't feel sorry for Scorpio. They seem to land on their feet, and they just did the same thing that their person did too. That person is not over them, but that's because they were both toxic to each other. That is what they're saying, Scorpio. It's the gossip. Don't shoot the messenger. It doesn't have to be for every Scorpio. It doesn't have to be for everyone. We're going to get some more with the tea when it comes to what is the gossip on Scorpio. Are we having a meeting of minds over here? He was trying to come through, and I was looking at him. It's so funny. He always kisses my forehead when he's trying. He says, I want to get the point across. He says, I have something to say to you. What is the gossip on Scorpio, please? Scorpio, you have a lucky break coming your way. People are seeing that. Your wishes are granted. So they see that things are happening smoothly for you now because you have suffered a big burden, and people are saying this. Your home life is getting more at ease, more calm. Some people are saying you have a difficult decision you're going to have to make, that you're blocking someone out so you can make it. You let go of this person so you can make this decision, something that is now literally up to you what you can do, where before they blocked you, but now you're blocking anyone from trying to stop you from making this choice. Something is going to start happening for you really fast. I see a fire sign maybe coming into your world pretty fast. There is a necessary ending coming in some aspect, and your gossip is about that. Your gossip is about a job, career, something facet related to that when it comes to work. And they're saying that you are clearing conflict, making wishes, and receiving them. So things are working out for you. They're saying that, you've been through some testing times, and that you have not been completely innocent in the things you've been through, or you've given as much as you've gotten, but you're landing on your feet and you are taking on challenges, and things are starting to happen for you. That is what people are saying. They're gossiping on you. Do we have any Sag energy here? Who would be gossiping on Sag? We have Aquarius. I wonder why that would be. We have Taurus. We have Gemini. Not shocked about the Gemini, really. And we have Pisces. So I think that you guys have a gossip over here with my little guy. I have to get to the tea, honey. I can't do it. Okay, we'll get these. Okay, Sagittarius, what do we have? Okay, Sagittarius. Some people are gossiping that you are in your destiny right now. You are on your north node, the proper path. You're on the way, cosmic nudge. That you had a little push, something happened. You had a little push, but you're on your way now. Some people are gossiping. So your gifts could now be uncorking, or you're working with them. People are gossiping. People are gossiping that you have someone who really adores you and they want to make a heartfelt confession. They could have dark hair, dark eyes. They don't have to. Somebody who wants to make a sincere revelation towards you. They've been through some deep reflection. They want to confess something. Some people are saying that they know about this, so you don't know this is coming your way. They could be saying that they need to confess something, but they do, at the heart of it, adore you. Something may have happened where they wronged you, though they adore you. I don't feel that they did, but there's some sorrow on the person's face, and it could be because there's distance, time. You haven't talked to them in some time, maybe. But the gossip seems to be that you held your head up high during difficult times and that you were resilient. People are saying that you might have had to harden yourself a bit to get through some hard times. People are gossiping on that. People may say that you have boundless energy. You've got a dolphin here. That could relate to some of the Sages. Some people are saying that you have a lot of vitality. You just have a lot of get up and go. You're unstoppable. You have a lively dynamic about you. People are noting that you can take on many projects and they're gossiping over it. I don't know how they feel about those, but people are gossiping that you could be having financial strains right now, that you have financial obligations, burdens, and that you're not getting, say, enough resources for the troubles that you're living under right now. So there's like bills coming for this, that, and the other, but you can't really make ends meet. Work for you that well. 135 could mean something to you. Could be that you're short, say 100 and something dollars or something, maybe more. But there's something about you're not getting the resources that you need to sustain. And some people are gossiping over your waning interest in relationships, that there's no spark left. Some people are gossiping that there is a flame that's fading, that you gradually lost your enthusiasm for a commitment. So this could be work, love, or something that you're passionate over. But some people are saying that the fire is burning out. Can I find out more? For what are people gossiping on the Sagittarius, please? Some people are saying that you're experiencing a lot of conflict, maybe surrounding these areas in which I've just now overlaid here. But also they gossiping on the Sagittarius. You're building a foundation. People are gossiping over a foundation you're working on. With the Three of Coins, you're collaborating with others. You could be promising something. You could be planning vows. People are noticing this. They're paying attention to this. Gossip for the Sag. That you're moving forward, that you have opportunities, you have doors that are going to be opening for you, that you're not blocked anymore. The gossip on you is that you are in a loving family, that you come from a loving family, that you're about to feel the love of a family. The gossip on you is that you are strategic in the way you think, that you know how to get from point A to point B. You can problem solve. Gossip on Sagittarius, your intuition is spark on. It is spot on. You're somebody who innately knows the answers. You can solve the riddle before the riddle is presented. You're about to step into the happiest time of your life. People are saying this with the sun. There could be a Leo coming into your world, but you could have Leo energy. It could be that next month something very big is going to happen for you. People are speaking on this. People are seeing a massive motivation from you. You might be a motivational speaker. You're somebody who maybe you're online and you're motivating people when it comes to, say, their fitness and other ways of motivation. If you have a twin, you're coming together with your twin. People are saying this. Somebody you know could be in the military as well, coming home from military time. Some people are saying that your confidence and your strength are unquestioned. You're strong, you're confident, you're assertive, you have a strength within you, and you are receiving and or about to experience lasting security. People are saying this. They're saying that you can withstand adversity. That is what I'm seeing for Sag. Okay, so we have, what do I see for Capricorn? What are the signs that are gossiping about Capricorn? Sagittarius, oops. I have a tail that's kind of getting in the way here. Pisces, oh, he says I heard all I had to hear. Okay, fine. Pisces, Sagittarius, and another Capricorn. This could be the shadows too, of course, and those are just some of the signs. They don't have to be the signs. You could be a cusp Capricorn, Sag as well. And he's gone to go take a bath now. So he's like, I won't have this. I have no interest in gossip talk. Capricorn, what are they saying? What is the gossip? Okay, so you're getting some people that believe that you are in some kind of a one-sided relationship, or at work, you are doing the work and it's like you're putting in the effort and the other side isn't. This could be romance. It feels like it's a one-sided story. So if it's romance, some people feel you're carrying the weight. You being the Capricorn, you're used to being dedicated and involved, right? So maybe that other person's not checking in, or they're just not noticed by the crowd watching. So the gossips are saying, you know, Capricorn isn't a one-sided thing. So this is what they believe. And they might think that you're faking some kind of a situation. So no two caps are the same. But I have fake checks here. Some people are also saying that you can't cover the bills or the tab, the fee. You can't afford something, and or you're fudging the numbers. You're doing something in, inappropriate to make things look like you can cover something. So there is some kind of a gossip going around that you're not doing your part, or you're doing your part. Sorry, it's the other way around. But you know what? You can flip it. They could say that you're not, that it's one-sided and you're not in it. So it could be the other way around. But in this gossip, they could also be saying that you're passing fake checks, you're not paying things properly, you're you're up to tricks. So some people might be saying that. It doesn't have to be for everyone. There's crushed hopes here. 87 could mean something to someone. Some people are saying that you're having a lot of disappointments and setbacks right now. Some people are saying that you have been involved in, or right now, in some kind of office romance. And there is something being said about that's not something you should be doing. It's a conflict of interest. So if you met somebody at work, or if there's some kind of a schism in the connection that should not happen, like say somebody was a doctor to a loved one or something, that's kind of like a conflict of interest. So they're saying that it's just not right. You know, this is somebody talking, you know, through their nose. It's just not right, 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 right. Okay. So Capricorn, some people are saying that you burned some bridges. And maybe you did it on purpose because maybe they were toxic people. So you just wanted it out of your energy. But they're saying that you can't come back. And so it could be a job. It could be something is over, that you said the final word. You said, well, you had some choice words that you were holding back. You finally said, well, since I'm not coming back, I'm just going to say what I got to say. And so no longer are you coming back. And so people are saying this could be a former job, former romance, but people are saying you burnt bridges. Okay, and speaking of burning bridges, your last one on the gossip on you is bonds forged in fire. Some people say that you had a connection that was forged through fire. So you had to burn a bridge. You sacrificed something. And people are saying that it was just sacrificed so that Capricorn could wander off into the sunset with this person. But this romance that you have, they're saying is strong and resilient. It can withstand anything. That is what people are saying about your situation. So if it isn't the controversial situation that we had, where it's a work thing or something like that, could be that you did leave, you met at the workplace, you did leave, they didn't maybe, there's no coming back for you. You had to burn the bridges so that you could be with the person you want to be with. But apparently the gossip is that you did the right thing, or it looks promising, this romance that you're in. Okay, so can I get more gossip on Capricorn? Gossip on Capricorn. You're taking your time. So you are somebody who does believe in ethics over emotions. Libra energy and Sag here. So if you had to leave your job, maybe you had to make sure that you didn't, there was no way to come back. It's done for good. And or maybe you had to burn the bridges. Like say you had a friendship that was lingering in your energy, who'd once been romantic or intimate with you, and you had to cut them out of your world, finish it up completely so they wouldn't keep coming in and maybe cause trouble in the one you're trying to start now. So this could be that you had to be a little bit cold to let go of a person in the past, which may have just been karmic, but you were cold to let it go. You burned the bridge. You lit the match. So people are saying, Capricorn didn't look back. They just kind of just like torched it and left. And it could be the person themselves telling others. Can I find out more? What is the gossip on Capricorn? There are some people talking in circles about how compassionate you are, that you're intuitive, your wishes are being granted. There is some kind of haunted loss. This could be a crossed over loved one. So you could like to ride motorcycles. They could be talking about that. Maybe you're getting a new car. This could be mentioned. Somebody, okay, you might have Gemini in your chart as well as maybe Aquarius too. Some are talking about, they think that you are wearing a mask, that you're being deceitful. You're not completely being yourself. You're not yet showing yourself. You're not showing your hand. Somebody had some heartbreak that is a Capricorn and they're not over it. People are saying this. So it doesn't mean that you aren't over it. It's that your perceived is not over it. Some people are saying that you have some kind of lucky break coming ahead, that you've had such a burden to hold, to carry, that you took it on alone. Can I find out more? That you have two choices coming forward. They're saying you have two choices coming forward. Your happily ever after is around the corner. And they're also saying that you have been deceived, so you are deserving of finally having a good story, a happily ever after. You've had to make a decision that was very difficult. It was painful. You've been through it. So there's some people talking in circles saying that you are deserving of the better things coming. There's some new clarity that you have too, as well. People are saying that they see that you have you have more clarity about you. Your focus is not fogged. You're not wearing rose-colored glasses. You're aware of things. You're respectful of the abundance you've acquired and how to apply it and how to grow it. And they see you as ambitious and confident. People are saying that you look very ambitious and confident as well. That is Capricorn. Now we have Aquarius. Who is gossiping on Aquarius? Pisces. Aquarius. Oops. Virgo. And Gemini. What is the gossip on Aquarius? I think I gotta get one more. Okay, Aquarius, you're getting gossiped about having a heart of gold. So you're somebody who shows your true colors, they say. People are saying that they know that you have pure intentions for others, those around them. People are also gossiping that you have a taboo attraction, that you are attracted to somebody that is off limits. People are maybe speculating, whispering that you could be interested in somebody who's not good for you, and or off the table, and or maybe you aren't available, but you have some kind of a attachment or attraction for somebody who is not for you, or taboo. Some people are speculating about you trusting in timing. They are gossiping about the hourglass here, about divine timing, that things are falling into place. Some people are saying you're letting go of control and you're letting things happen in divine timing. They're speculating of when that's going to happen, but they know that you have total faith in the divine at this point. Aquarius, you're part of apparently a supportive circle. These people could be people from that circle. They're gossiping within the circle. There could be some social support and nurturing coming from these people, and they're talking about how you are this way with them. So there's some kind of support they feel that you offer, and you're good for the team, the group, the tribe. Aquarius, kissing and telling. Okay, some people like to listen to you when you spill the tea on when you have had, say, your time with someone that you've been in love with, or the person you're in love with now. They like hearing your stories. It says they like to hear the private details that you share. So the gossip is, I heard this about Aquarius. They were with this person, they did that. So these people are sharing things about you that you trusted. So they are exploiting that. I'm not at all surprised when we have a Gemini here. No offense to the Gemini, so I'm just going to say that. Okay, so we have Hey Beautiful on the phone here, private DMs. So people are saying that you're exchanging some kind of private messages, keeping from the public, secrets, down low behavior, shameful, unwilling to make it public. So some people are saying that you might have some things that you're not sharing with public because it isn't something to be that most people wouldn't approve of it, that judgment would come upon you. And this is something like you carrying on a secret kind of, say, liaison or something like that. Or you're saying something that people are curious about that are in private message. And people are wondering, what's that about? What is it, because you're known to have a heart of gold. So what is this private message thing about? So people are questioning why the need for the private DMs. So that's what we have there. So people are speculating what could be going on. Is there some kind of a controversy surrounding this? What is this about? They could think you're carrying on a flame. I don't know. They could suppose something like that. What else are they saying? What is the gossip on Aquarius? You have two choices. You're reluctant to change, but you have a choice that you could take, but you're reluctant to change. What is the other gossip on Aquarius, please? Some see a tower coming for you that you can't avoid. What is the tower? What is the gossip with the tower? And they're gossiping on it. Revolving a difficult decision coming. So they're gossiping about you being all determined about some kind of decision that's going to be difficult. But if you don't make it, it's going to be worse. It's going to accelerate really quick. So they know that it's out of your hands. People who are gossiping knows that something is coming and it is out of your hands. Find out more for Aquarius. Aquarius, you could be experiencing unexpected setbacks, and it's being noticed by the people talking. Doesn't have to be actually happening, but if you are, they're noticing and they're gossiping over it. They feel it's fair that you get the setbacks. Now, it could be that they're gossiping about this, they thinking it's fair. It's because maybe they're a bit down low on the envy side, jealous side. Could be that you have a boss who wants to keep you suppressed because they want to keep you under their thumb. They don't want you exploring other avenues. They don't want you leaving. They don't want you vacationing. Aquarius, this could be that they want you around. They have their selfish reasons. But this is something accelerating quickly. So it could be something that's going to affect a boss, somebody who could be a little bit of a superiority over you in some way. They have some kind of authority over you in some way. And so the gossip could be, look, Aquarius is doing what they need to do, but they're going to have to make a decision. There's going to be a choice point, and it's going to lead to a tower if they don't make that choice. And you could be having a boss that's strategically trying to keep you from making the proper choice, and or they're involved in the gossip. Yeah, because you have ethics over emotions. I think Capricorn got that too. So Delaney, this could be yours. I don't know, because you have both in your chart. So there is something people are talking about you having, Aquarius, some kind of newfound clarity when it comes to balance, when it comes to having your ethics. They are seeing that you're very ethical, you're very balanced, you're very fair, that you try to use good judgment, sound judgment. For Aquarius, what can I tell them is being gossiped on them? That you're beginning some kind of fearless new journey with the Fool, and you have a haunted choice that you made, something in the past. Sagittarius shadow here with the Lovers in reverse, so Gemini here. It could be that you didn't choose a Gemini, and people know this, and you're haunted by it, or they're stalking you. Can I find out more? Because this is a gossip, so somebody would know this. Yeah, you had to make a difficult decision. So maybe a Gemini was in your past. You had to make a powerful decision about that. Can I find out more? Yeah, it was a strategic move on your part. And we have the gossip is also you tested your dedication to some matter. Could have been related to either Capricorn, or obviously this is a reversed Cancer. So for me, it's Capricorn as well in the shadow. So yes, you could have had to make a decision, and there could be somebody shadowing you or stalking you, and the gossip is, do you know that that haunted person, that person isn't letting go, or they're hanging around, or something like this, okay? That is what I see here for the Aquarius. We're going to get the Pisces. It's your South Node. Okay. They are on the down low. So you have somebody who's on the down low that okay, Pisces, you're the last one. We're going to get some energy as to who could be gossiping on you, Pisces. Virgo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, Pisces, people are seeing you magnetic, looking very attractive at this time. They're saying in circles, you know that Pisces, and they might even get you mixed up with Sag, just saying, because this is kind of like a bit of a Sag taste to it. She's got a tiger next to her. She's sitting there a certain way, and she doesn't have she has all the energy of a Sag. I'll just say that. She's very magnetizing. You could have red hair. You don't have to. This is your era. People are saying you look fantastic. They're saying that you're in charge. They're saying that you dominate the room. You're magnetic. There's something about you that is what is the word I'm getting? I'm thinking of a word right now. You're standing in your power. You're very victorious. You're well assured. You're assertive. You're strong. Charismatic. Okay, so people are saying this. They're also saying that there's a cover up. Pisces, you have You're concealing some kind of mistake, some scandal that you've lived through, you've gone through. Yeah, you're afraid of something being exposed. So this is like, they're wondering if you're wearing a mask. So you're looking this way, you're very posh, but they're saying there's something you're covering up. There's something you're masking. Maybe you look so good, it's superficial. You look good because there's something you're covering. So maybe there's not some work you've done, you've not healed. There's something toxic under the surface. They're wondering, they're speculating. There's talk of, yeah, some people are saying you shine like a star. Some people say that you're very magnetizing. You could be a movie star. You could be going into entertainment, into the entertainment industry. You had a golden opportunity come to you and you took it. There's something about that. So you could be an entertainer, literally, a dancer, makeup artist, somebody in the makeup industry, the movie industry, the music industry. They say you had a rare opportunity and you snatched it. You are rising in success. They say you come from a domestic background. You could have been servant. You could have been like a hotel maid or something. So this may be something you're hiding. Maybe you're trying not to remember your background, where you come from, or maybe you're the daughter of a maid or a son of a maid or somebody who's in the service industry. And I'm getting. I don't think it was made to order. I'm just kind of getting these movies that I've seen in the past where they were raised by someone who was not influential, but they raised themselves through the hard work of their non-influential parent. They become influential, and then they were embarrassed, even though their parent put them through, say, college or whatever it was that got them where they were going. So it's like kind of like you could be Pisces, someone that come from something that wasn't so great, and you just want to act like you're not from that. And there's a few movies I've seen in the past that were like that. So it could be that you were yourself working hard, getting dirty on the job, doing domestic work, and you don't want to remember that part of yourself. You want to totally shed it. So you're masking that. People are saying, do you remember Pisces then? Or somebody's saying, I knew Pisces, and they're just like, no, Pisces didn't do that, because you're erasing this in yourself. We have rigged. Pisces, some people might think you manipulated your way up to whatever it is you do. So if like you're a model, actress, singer, dancer, whatever you do, you have rigged it. You manipulated it somehow, some way. People are talking about it. They might be talking about family, people in the domestic fields that you threw under the bus to get where you're going. But people think of you as very, very eloquent, beautiful, magnetizing, charismatic. They wonder if you're wearing a mask, and who is it that you left behind to do this, and or what part of yourself did you leave behind? This is the gossip. What is the other gossip we have on Pisces? Queen of Swords, Aquarius energy, that you're a very strategic thinker. They think that your wishes have come true. Nine of Cups. They see that you're easily tempted with the Seven of Cups. And they're saying this, and they're saying that you're deceitful about your temptations. So they don't know if you take the fruit, right? They don't know if you'll take the fruit. And it could be in lust. You're lost in the past. They could say that you have like a romance that didn't keep going, flowing. They're wondering if you actually earned the rewards you're getting, and who passed you the torch. They're asking, how did Pisces get this expertise? How did Pisces get where they are? And they're talking more about how balanced you are, how you seem untouchable, unbreakable. Some are saying that you have a lot of self doubt, and that you're introspective, and you I can't think of the word. So people say that you have self-doubt, and that it's quite a burden to pretend that you are completely confident. I kind of feel that they feel you're pretending. They're saying, I'm getting ringing ears. If some of you are in a relationship, or it seems like it, some people are saying, gossiping, that you are in a perfect relationship. Some people could say that you are talking about or becoming pregnant. Or you'll be pregnant soon. Yes, and marriage comes after you find out. Or they say that you don't do it accordingly. So after you find out, say that the test says you are pregnant, then you get married. So if you're in the limelight, you might want to do it before, say, the rabbit dies, right? Before you find out you're pregnant, you want the world to see you as married first. So they're saying that, you do things to keep up with appearances, that kind of thing. That's what we're seeing for Pisces. So that isn't for all Pisces, and some of it might be for you, maybe not. And we all have a little bit of everything in us. Okay, I am going to get ready to answer questions. I did have that strange little oddity show up with the twins, and I'm wondering if anyone wants to see that. Let me see what I can catch up with what's been said here. What obsession with scary? Is that a horror film? Hey, Annika, how are you? Sherry, you're welcome. Thank you, Delaney, for keeping us up on things. And Cherry, I thank you too. And Carrie. Aquarius, Venus. Gemini is my south node. Welcome back to Keisha. On the last time we just did it. I don't know how well any of it, because I didn't pull out like more than one deck. So we didn't have a lot to really throw at it. I wasn't trying to indulge too much, but no two signs are the same. You might not have even heard anything that fit your sign, but maybe you heard another sign that might have been a potential. So that could be part of your chart that's actually speaking to you there. Yes, I think there's a few people trying to get in someone's ear, trying to put fears and doubts there. You're welcome, Delaney. Okay, let me get the potential signs in the twinsies story that we had that could have an alarming, say, 9/11 kind of situation, right? Okay, what are the twin signs that we'll do 6 of them, okay? Just whatever comes out, 6 of them. Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Virgo, Cancer, and Pisces. So if you're one of those two sides, if your person, it's definitely yours if you and your person were called. But if you didn't get both of them, I wouldn't be as concerned. We're going to find out what it is about. And we'll also call the masters. I keep saying masters. We'll call the majors. And that way, if there's anything else that will tell us who, can we find out more about this situation that could come up? The 911 event, the alarming, maybe double tower event for a twin situation. Can you tell me who and what are we dealing with here? Okay, so somebody's twin is releasing worry. So maybe that's going to be very painful to feel, because maybe you're the matter that they've been worrying about, and it's going to feel like a void once they release it. So maybe you're going to misinterpret it. This could be that you're not in contact with your person. So this may be a twin situation who's not in contact. So you might be receptive to your twin releasing this connection and or a karmic connection. They might not be in a happily ever after now. So if you're feeling a sudden shakeup in the energy, telepathically or otherwise, you know how you connect, and you don't talk to each other right now. There's no communication. There's conflict happening in their life right now. So if the karmic story, the contract is needing to shake out, they could be experiencing it there. So this could be the two of you need to have your reunion, but you're going to both experience your towers, and yours may not be getting read. I might be reading your twins and not yours. This is for who it's for. Don't take it if it's not yours. And I feel it's for people who are not talking at this time with their twin. Secrets are being revealed. So there could be readings that are coming out. Your person could have released, they could have released their happily ever after that was their karmic. The secrets could be coming out about you because they're getting readings here. They're reading. They're feeling a release at this time. They're trying to modify Sagittarius energy, mind you. So there's some kind of fear of the unknown. We have the ones in reverse, watching online, kind of dropping the ball, saying, okay, I have fear. The plans were canceled. Carrie, I don't want to alarm you. If this is him, you'll know it. If it isn't, you'll know it too. If this is him, his anxiety is flaring up. If it isn't him, this is somebody totally not in contact at all. And I was going to say, if it is him by any chance, you two are on a different page when it comes to you're giving it to divine timing and him being caught up in anxiety. So that is the only way I would feel it's him, if you're not on the same page with that. But I think this is a no contact situation. And I do see Pisces showing up here too. And I'm seeing that the person, that the twin is not talking to, maybe looking at things with a new perspective at this time. And there's a lot of healing at play right now. We have Aquarius showing up. A lot of healing is coming at play, and there is positivity on the rise, a new direction. Can I get some advice for the twins that might not be together? Okay, work on your creativity with the King of Cups. And if you're feeling any of this is yours, work on your creativity. And at the same time, if it's something that you really believe in, refuse to compromise if you're getting resistance. So it could be some kind of facet in your life. It doesn't need to be your twin, right? But you could have opportunities coming for the twins. What is coming? So right now there is some kind of delay and disharmony going when it comes to travel and or the completion of making this connection connect. There is no communication, assumably, for that person, for you and your person. So it will not fit everyone. That is for someone. It might be for a few of you, but we'll have to look at it closer if it is yours. So I do see double towers coming. So there could be a chance that you're just not on the same page at this time. And they are experiencing a breakup in what they thought was their happily ever after. In the real. That would be the non-divine connection. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so I saw we had a question. I don't think that person's here anymore. So I'm going to leave it. That Ronaldo, I'm not sure if the Ronaldo's here anymore. I'm going to leave it. And Ronaldo can retype it if need be. I want to do this fair. So first come, first serve. Please do your hearts around your question. If anyone gets left out, please leave your questions over at the post that I have last put up. I'm going to look for Tamila's. I'm going to look for that. But also, if you are subscribed to the Once Was Bunny Blades, it's always a go-to for extra TLC. If I miss you, you can make up for, it's kind of like extra credit for you. I can read extra for you if you've been missing readings and you show up there. So I'm just putting that out there as well. Don't forget to subscribe to it if you haven't for a while, and or you need to again, whatnot. Okay, so what do we have? What needs to be said? What does Delaney need to know? Okay, he's very amorous over you right now. Because you have the King of Wands. So also you're very dependable when it comes to things you need to get done. So if it's like work, if it's like the to-do list that you have, right? You're doing things and you're doing it snappy. You are somebody who sits on it. You don't procrastinate. And you might have a Taurus or a Scorpio in your energy. What is this Death card? for Delaney. Somebody who crossed over, who passed the torch to you. Delaney, your psychic gifts. Maybe a play. So if you have an ancestor who has given you some kind of gifts, your intuition, your abilities, whatever they are, they pass the torch to you, and they're from beyond the living. They are talking to you maybe at night or in dreams. Okay, I just heard you in fire, so I'll be here as long as I can be. It was pretty near. It sounded pretty near here. You're welcome, Jeffrey. You have a good evening. Thank you for being here. You can leave me a question if you'd like to, or meet me at the other Bunny Blades if you'd ever like to make up for the not getting your answers. Which we're calling it the Book of Secrets Tarot, right? Book of Secrets Tarot now. What is the Eight of Wands and the Ancestors for Delaney? Oh, Delaney, wow. This is definitely some kind of opportunity that your ancestors are going to be presenting you. They're passing the torch. It's like you're either curse breaking or you need to hone in on some kind of gift that you are aware of. You're seeing all the signs, you're recognizing it. Your strength ability, psychic ability, what they would reference that, right, are becoming sharp, powerful. You're getting faster and stronger when it comes to your clarity and or the ability to receive information from the other side. So I don't think you really want to deal with, from what you said, maybe the medium sense, but maybe in dreams. Maybe there's something in the dream world or aha moments. You're getting sparks of information. So they're trying to talk to you. So you're getting information that is being brought in by people who were in your family line. And so you're really close to security, stability, and you're passing up on anything that's tempting you. So you're sharp. So anything like you shook, like having any kind of indulgences that you don't want to do now, you've shooken it and you've walked away from it, and they're seeing that. So your gifts are becoming more lit, and you triumphed, you completed, you've passed, you've been initiated, you got the world. So there's something new coming. They passed you the torch. That's what I have. It's coming from your ancestor line. Could be your mother's or your father's. From your Nana. You've been predicting what people, so prophet is. So it looks like you're getting it from your family member and they pass the torch to you. Awesome. I like that. Can I get the next year and a half for Carrie and her person? The next year and a half for Carrie and her person. Let's try a different deck here. Oh no, really? Carrie, I got the Hermit that wasn't supposed to be in the deck. So he has come out as the Hermit energy quite a bit. But that could be that once you guys are together, there's no getting you guys out of bed or the house or wherever. You guys are locked in each other's arms and it's going to be consistent. That could be. Let's just find out more. What is the Hermit for Carrie and the next year and a half with her Sag? What is the Hermit? You might have a rocky stability Okay, so you might be leaning on each other quite a bit. That could be the Hermit. It could be that things are going to be, I think you guys are going to be going through waves. Because we have the Nine of Coins too, but that's solid. That's single energy too. But let me find out. What is the Nine of Coins? I'm getting back and forth energy on this, but let me ask. We're going to start a little fresh. We're getting back and forth energy. So the Hermit could be moodiness. I'm not sure. Can I get some energy for the next year and a half? Oops. For Sag with Carrie. Carrie with Sag. How is it going to be for the next year and a half? For Carrie with Sag. You got the Six of Wands. That's really nice. A lot of attention. Three of Wands. Your direction is going to be a little bit more understandable. You're going to know the direction in which, if you had a question that was yes, no, you got two yeses here too. Leo, Aries. I'm getting people praising your impending nuptials. I'm getting you two announcing to people we're getting married. I'm kind of getting that, and people are saying, wow, congratulations, you make a beautiful couple. Yeah, the Three of Wands here is you waiting for it to come together. You have the Ten of Coins here. I do think that there's some moodiness that's going to be in the play here, because it does say delay with the Sun coming out in reverse, though you have stability here and you have long-term success, stability coming through with family. But there's going to be a little bit of failure, some pessimism. I think a moodiness is coming through. It could be because you're in lack and it goes back and forth. So you're clinging and hanging to, in the next year and a half, every last coin. It could be because you have moments that you're really doing well, and other times you feel you're not. So you're hoarding when you need to. You're clinging to each other. You're being frugal. Things are changing on you. Your fear of the change sticking when it doesn't change better. Let me see. Can I find out a little more for Carrie and Sag for the next year and a half, please? A little more. So you're prospecting between two pieces of land, two pieces of property, two directions to go. In the next year and a half, you're anticipating some kind of change, some kind of discovery. You're going to get moving fast once you make a decision. The two of you need to make a decision between two places, just like we always say. During Cancer season, maybe. There's some kind of injustice in the selection. You might have to make a drastic decision to go somewhere you might not want to go to. Maybe. So you're surrendering. The two of you are surrendering to the divine, to your ancestors, because it could be you're forced to make a decision that you wouldn't otherwise make. That's what I'm seeing. But you're together. Kumari wants to know what's going to come for her next month. What is going to come for Kumari next month? Next month, you have a new beginning coming for you. You could have a Aries coming your way. You could be going on a vacation. You could be going real fast. You could get a new car. Are you waiting for a new car? Could have a Cancer coming your way. Okay, there's somebody that was refusing to compromise with you who could be coming up in your energy, or they're not leaving it. They're stuck on you, Kumari. Someone's stuck on you. Or you could be stuck on the idea of a car that you want to buy, but it's not the car for you. or you need to get work on something, you need to be careful with your car next month. When it comes to going in for repairs, it could cost you more than you think, and or it could get stolen. We have a 7 of Swords here too. That's what I'm seeing, Marie. You're welcome, Carrie. I've been predicting what people say before they. Do you know what I'm going to say, Delaney, or do I keep it pretty under cloak? I hope that I'm not so easy to read myself, but I changed so much, so maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. You're looking for a home. A home? You're looking for a home. Looks like your wish fulfillment's going to come for you fast. Marie, if you have your eye on it, it could be coming in fast. You're welcome, Marie. Okay, general for 𝒔𝒔𝒔, please. Get a general for 𝒔𝒔𝒔. 𝒔𝒔𝒔, you have a messenger coming towards you. Somebody very energetic. They're going to open your eyes to something, and you can release your burden. Something you've been holding on to for a while. Somebody watching you. It could be that it's been a burden. They've been watching you, but there's something about telling you there's nothing to worry about with that person. That person might have made you feel like you made a bad choice, that you're imbalanced, or they might have made you feel like you have trust issues, like your perception of that person. Maybe you were concerned, you were feeling paranoid over them, but this is somebody who's keeping an eye on you, who's been stuck in the past. Somebody else may be coming to you to say, hey, listen, there's nothing to worry about. Maybe the person isn't a threat. Maybe you don't need to worry about this person. So I think somebody from the past, maybe. Namira, it's been like 20 years since I've seen you. How are you? But this burden you're releasing. So if it's a person that you were romanced by who is stalking you, somebody else is going to relay to you, hey, listen, they're no one to be worried about. So you're not going to worry about them. I don't know if that fits or not, but could be the person's going to come clean with you and say, listen, I'm not a threat to you. I'm just not over you. So they're trying to patiently move on with the temperance. They could be patiently. This person might want to come across, though, as charming, but it could be two people who know you. One person stepping in and saying, listen, there's nothing to worry about. They're coming across charming. They're not romancing you, but they could quite possibly be a romantic person. So they see that the two of you were once in love, and they kind of think they're an intermediary, or, like they're stepping in so that you won't feel threatened. They know that you're moving on with your life. They think you need to not be in your head about this other person. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, Namira. I'm doing fine, thank you. I am going to back up real fast and get Ronaldo's question. And then I got to go seek Tamel's too. Okay, so you want a reading. You have a meeting on work soon. It really is stressing you out. So when will the meeting for Ronaldo be? When will the meeting at work be for Ronaldo? Okay, I see the burden with the yes, and I see you trying to hold back gossip maybe, or onlookers, like you don't want anyone in your business about it. You have to fight people from what they're saying. So I think you're worried about work. You're worried about the delivery of what someone's going to give you. Could be a choice that you have to make at the meeting. There could be people that want to trick you about the meeting. They're giving you kind of ideas of what the meeting's going to be about. Maybe you're not fully aware of what the meeting's going to be about. So your boss may be talking to you about having lack of enthusiasm. You're not showing up. You're not showing up fully. Could be that you have to make a choice. maybe a different position, different location. This could be that you are having to protect yourself from your boss about taking hours from you or taking pay from you, giving you a cut, trying to transfer you, something like this. Okay, so the boss is coming out as maybe forceful, wanting to take charge of you with the reverse chariot. And that is saying to me that maybe they're saying you're not focused, you don't have direction. I need you to get in line, or I'm going to have to demote or cut pay or do something drastic. They want to discipline you in some way, maybe. And I'm sorry, that's what I'm getting. You're welcome, Jakisha. You've been through a difficult time, but now feeling better. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Did you have a question, Namira? I'm going to look for Tamel's and I'll be right back. Well, Tamel didn't leave one that I could find. So I don't know if she's upset with me, and I'm so sorry, Tamel, if you come back. I didn't see it, and I didn't mean to have you upset with me. I was just trying to be fair because I was thinking about how the Gemini Taurus thing happened, and people who spend their energy waiting, they all feel a certain way when they put in energy. So I just was trying to be fair. So my apologies to anyone who is feeling any kind of way about that. Okay, so Namira, I think you're the only one, and I don't think that Jeffrey's here anymore because he didn't ask, and I'm starting to wonder if people just don't like my readings. I hope I'm not so off, but I don't know. So we have 2 that didn't get read so far. Jeffrey's not here, I don't think so. Okay, Namira, I didn't hear from Alexandra, but I still feel his energy. I do not understand because it's more than 2 years. We do not have contact. Namira, is there a chance he's your twin? Because I had a strange twin flame thing come in to the read tonight. Just after I read the collective, I had 9 and 11, and then I had 11 show up on the thingy at the top for me. So I saw a twin situation, double towers coming for them, and they seem to be out of contact. Could he be your twin? Could he be your twin? And he is going through something right now. Are you feeling any anguish coming from him right now? Because he could be going through heartache when it comes to what he thought was his home, his happy home. And that could be his karmic story. But you don't have to prescribe to this. If he's not your twin, he's not your twin. Intuitively, you will know it. And if you've gotten readings where they say he is, he may well be. I saw the high priestess there. Intuitively, you could know if he is. If you've had dreams, insights. We have Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo showing up on the phone here on the numbers I have. Also, Capricorn, Cancer. I don't know if any of these signs mean anything to you, but yeah, you want me to ask, if you formulate your question, I'll ask for you. I just cut the deck and I got the Emperor. He could very well be your divine counterpart. Six of Swords. He'd have to move a distance to be with you, maybe. Maybe you guys are across waters. Maybe there's been a lot of tears. Is somebody a Sagittarius? He is a Capricorn. Okay. He is feeling not happy, but heavy. So if there is any chance that he got married or he went back to his family, like say he was getting divorced when you last talked to him, or he was divorced when you last talked to him, he went back and he thought he could work it out, and it's now in the reverse. If that's his story, it doesn't have to be, don't make it, okay? But if it feels right, only you would know. We could ask whatever you formulate here and then see if you'd like to formulate something. And then if it fits it, then we will, we will be able to know better, but that is totally up to you. I'm sorry you're going through that. I can say this, if this is your story, he is going to find his way back to you because the towers are meant to happen. That means that you might have to go through, if you're not coming from a tower, a new tower. So that means that it's happening for you and not to you. It's so that it can clear the slate so that you're ready to receive your destiny, which is your person. And if you've already had a tower that you're working through right now, it could be that you're going through yours and he's going through his. That's a double tower. Also, I got the gossip on Capricorn in this reading earlier, and he could have burned some bridges, maybe. And maybe he wants to come your direction. I don't know. Maybe he's been waiting for the right time. It could be, if that's your story. So we're not going to try and make it fit. We're just going to look for, what we get here when you formulate your question. That is free will. We'll just see what we get. I'm not going to try and force it. He is divorced for 10 years. She is in a new relationship. It might not have been him. So when you get a question from me, I will get you an answer. He's dealing with his addicted son. Okay. Is his son a Leo? Is this person Alexander still loving Namira? Is he still loving Namira? Okay, I've gotten this on him before, I believe. The Knight of Coins, slow to move. But It will be slow to process to work on this because we have 8 of coins here. So it's like slow to come forth. I'm wondering if it's because he is busy or he has his son, the responsibility of his son maybe. What is the Knight of Coins for Namira? Yeah, I think that his son may be what's tying him up, because we have the Page of Cups here, and that's his son here by this card, and the Eight of Swords, him in his head, walking a tightrope, wanting to come at you maybe, but he's taking so much time because he's being reliant to someone else that needs him. And the Eight of Coins, as in it would take work, and once he reaches you, it would take work, but he would choose you. Once he is finished trying to help his son through this, and I don't know how long this upheaval has been going for him, he feels like he's walking a tightrope. And so we have Gemini and Sagittarius present here on the table, but he's wondering if he doesn't get to you in time, if this is going to be a missed opportunity. Yeah, the Ace of Coins in reverse. It could be that he is holding himself back while he tries to help his son, and he sees you as a missed opportunity. As far as love goes, I'm trying to see if we'll get that. Let's see. Does he still love? Is he loving Namira still? No, I think he feels like he fell from grace where you're concerned. I'm not getting the cup of love in here. I think it's kind of like he feels like his dedication is to his child. His child maybe making him obligated, or making him feel obligated. And I don't know how long this has been going on. Is he still? Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot that he wants to say to you. With the Queen of Wands, yeah, he wants to say things to you, but I think he holds himself back, or he hits delete. Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like he's hitting delete when he's going to send the button or something. He feels like a huge disappointment to you. He wants to choose you, though. I can't see the love yet because he could be right now just so enwrapped in the trauma bond or something he has because he's trying to help his son. It could be traumatic going through addiction. So I'm not right now seeing that. I'm sorry to say. And I'm getting Temperance here, walking the tightrope too. So it's 2 tightropes. His heart is not ready. He is single at this time, though, because I see the 9 of Coins with the Devil here. He is single, but he is connected too much in his the healing of his son, the addiction, and or what it is his son needs to help him. He's being dependable to his son. I don't know if he feels the addiction is because of childhood wounding, if he feels he let him down. There's something there. And I'm so sorry. That is what I'm seeing right now. It could be that the two of you both need to work on things that are existential to the both of you, and there'll be a reward after that is finished, and that isn't to be perceived as of yet. So maybe you have something you're supposed to be working on and you're not aware, or maybe you think that, and I'm not judging you, but maybe you think that it's all supposed to come together. But in situations, sometimes once the karma situation, the contract is resolved, then we move freely forward. So it could be that you are tied up with something you're not thinking of and applying yourself to, but Alexander is working on his thing right now. You could have a work situation going on, and or something you need to plant your intentions into to get this moving forward. So it could be something you need to, I'm getting planting your own garden. You need to focus on your abundance, your security. That's what I'm getting. You're coming out as the Queen of Coins. Yeah, you're supposed to be transforming yourself. and enriching yourself, and being very creative with your energy. So with pouring into yourself and being creative, things should start happening in your favor again. Where he's concerned. I mean, I don't know how things are going elsewhere otherwise, and I am so sorry things are not going so great. I know there's conflict that you've been surrounded with, but I think that there is a possibility that once the two of you meet up with these, face on with these like challenges, these conflicts that you both have, that there could be a meetup later. Let me find out real quick. Will there be a meetup later if they both work on their things? There's some kind of resistance. I keep on getting Emperor, your inner authority. This is him though. What is the conflict with the Emperor? Okay, so you have a recognized opportunity you need to embark on. There's something that you're not recognizing. You need to put judgment on it. So I'm getting, it could be that you need to plant some kind of seed, see some kind of opportunity. There's something about your structure, your stability that maybe you need to look to while you give it time, and you're putting your efforts, your energy, your heart into that. Maybe then Alexander will be closer to finishing his contract. Maybe things will be different. I can't promise. I'm not seeing the two of you together as of right now. I do see Two of Cups here, so if you've ever felt you were soulmates, it could be that that is recognized by both of you. Why do I feel him even when I am not thinking about him? I think you have an intrinsic connection with him, but you could have gifts that are really strong. So I have to move on maybe. You have to soul search. They're saying you should be soul searching. You should be living. You should be experiencing life. So it could be okay, I'm getting the contract may still come for the two of you to be together in a spiritual contract, right? Not a karmic, but a potentially, doesn't have to be, we don't know right now, but a blending. But you have to reinvent yourself. You have to give to yourself, pour into you. This is about you healing you. You're not fully healed. So while you work on you and live life and get to know people, you'll be more evolved, and then the two of you may be able to come back together, but maybe you won't even ask about it. Maybe you'll meet somebody who is like a new person and they feel right to you. You might not even notice him if he comes your way in the future, because you might take up with, say, a fire sign. Say a fire sign catches your heart. It could happen, okay? There is a possibility. I'm just not seeing him here. I see somebody that's a fire sign seeing you very attractive, that you could meet online and they see you as single and they don't want you to be single. but as well, he popped in. It's kind of like the heart wants what the heart wants, and you could be already dating, you could be single, somebody could catch your eye, and boom, Alexander realizes that someone else wants you. He feels it, and he comes towards you. I'm not saying to play around with his heart. I'm not suggesting, to play, do something like that. I'm saying that sometimes there's motivation in life as to what direction we take and who we choose, right? So maybe Alexander is tied up and he and you are connected intrinsically, but you both have to work on things, and you're being recommended to live life and try to pick up the pieces. Maybe that you don't fully know yourself. Maybe you need to get to know yourself better. But they want you to concentrate on you, and if you have the opportunity to date, don't turn it down. With the Three of Cups showing there, and it's the single energy, you're free to explore. You're going to be noticed. Shine like a star. You've got the star here. Bright opportunities coming your way. But you're going to look like a star when you go out and you get made up and, like you're having fun. You're going to get attention. And I have Empress. So you could very well be his Empress. Now, I didn't read a divine counterpart reading, but we saw both show up. But it could be that you're going to be somebody's Empress. They're going to be like, wow, there she is. And you were not taking care of you and loving on you while you waited for Alexander, and he's sort of on a shelf and he isn't able to move forward. Right now, he's tied up. So you sort of are wasting an opportunity that somebody could see you if they are your true twin, that maybe they recognize you when you got the light on you and they say, wow, she's the one I waited for all these years. There you are. So it doesn't have to be Alexander, and it could be someone else. I mean, once you take care of you, you'll have a better understanding because you'll know you better. And that's part of it right there. Because when you're part of someone else, you're half and half, right? You're intrinsically connected. Now, you could still be telepathic with Alexander because you share a soulmate connection. There could still be some kind of love that the two of you share, but it's soft, it's delicate, it's not heavy, it's not powerful. Heavy and powerful would be like all encompassing, like it's written in the stars. It's something really powerful. It was meant to be for eternity. A soulmate energy is sweet and it's perfect. It feels nice. It feels comfortable, but it isn't the same thing. I hope that helps, Namira. I'm sorry. I know it can be really, really, how do I say this? Matters of the heart, they can be really, really funny because we don't always know. Sometimes we hold on to people because it's what we're familiar with. Sometimes we think that that's what's for us, and maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't the one that's meant for the, for the storybook ending. And maybe you do have a storybook ending waiting, but you have to first rescue yourself, in the storybook, right? So repair yourself and know yourself. And then that person who's meant to be Alexander or anyone, they can then find you, see you, and come to you. Two of you can unite and be one because two halves make a whole. And that's what would happen in that storybook type ending. You're welcome. It's okay. I don't know if you ever saw Newsroom. It's an American TV series. It's kind of funny. There's this woman who's British. She's actually English, but she's a Brit. She's a Brit. She's living in America. She works at the Newsroom. And I don't want to do, this is spoiler if you've never seen it or want to see it, or anybody listening, right? But the star of the show, he's kind of a, you know what? He's a donkey's butt, you know, or whatever. Okay. Anyways, they have a romance on at work, and they end up together. And we don't know about it. It happened before the show started. Anyways, the breakup. She, long story short, she cheats on him with her past person because I think she is doubting the connection because it's powerful. It's probably really strong. I think they're twins. I think that they're so strong that she fails the connection by cheating with her past person. And as she's cheating with her past person, it's revealed to her that she can't get rid of this guy from her heart. It's like she knows she's messed up something that was written in the stars, and she feels so horrible about it. She throws herself into hell. She goes out to Iraq, and she's in the field where she could have been actually red rummed. Okay, I hope you know what that means. Her life could have ended. Okay, so she's sort of punishing herself because she ruined the twin situation. And twins, they come and they go. They don't always stay together. But soulmates, they're the kind that can throw on their pajamas. They can like feel so comfortable together. They can laugh. They're like besties. And they aren't so deep. They're just like comfortable, and that's about all. And yeah, I mean, it's fair to say I've lived quite a long time in my life, and I've never had a twin. I've never had a divine counterpart that I've been with in a romance, okay? Not a true one. I've had soulmates. So it is rare. And they do say it's very rare. So if you were to fall in love with somebody who is your divine counterpart, Alexander could come back and he could be the one. He could be a soulmate. If you feel that the love, and it could be that right now, the two of you are kind of out of sync with each other, though you're feeling each other. So the love part, he's so tied up in trying to make his son better. He might not be in touch with his own heart when it comes to outside of his son. So maybe all that he has to give is going towards helping his son better. You're living in the Netherlands, so you never saw it. How cute. I know you probably never will see it, but I was just trying to describe it. But yeah. So yeah, there's like powerful, and then there's comfortable. Powerful means that it can be the dynamic of Clash of the Titans. You know, that there's going to be destruction. It's going to be, it's like Greek tragedy kind of stuff. When people fall in love until they make their final resolution to stay together, the twins, because it's back and forth until it's steady. And then when they finally make that final resolution, we're going to be together. We're not going to let anyone get in the way. That is a total, it's like through all odds, they made it. But yeah, that's the difference. So you'll know. So if it's so powerful, you feel like your life is going to end or something like this, and or you could throw yourself under a bus. I'm not saying, I'm not recommending, okay, but that's the kind of way that a lot of people. It's very powerful when people have a twin situation, divine counterpart, and it's really rather rare. But if you and Alexander are, and right now you're feeling him, but the heart part isn't coming through, he could literally just be tied up in trying to take care of his son. Because in this day and age, yeah, I got a tower when I cut the deck when I said that. Because there could be tower after tower with his son. It could be that he has medical issues, he's in the hospital, he's in some kind of convalescent home, or he's in his father's care. It could be something like that. It could be really, really big. That is what I'm seeing. And I'm so sorry I couldn't deliver you a happier energy there with your answer. Okay, we're at midnight, and I think I'm turning into a pumpkin. I'm going to let everyone off the hook if you're still hanging around. Thank you so much for all the care, the TLC, the support, the like, the love, the sharing. I really appreciate you all. I really do. The next time I come out, I think I'm supposed to read A Lucky Girl. I think I have something on the board for that one. And I was plotting on sometime this weekend coming to the Old Bunny Blades channel, which if you know that channel, you do. And that's where we give TLC to the OGs and to the people who are supportive. So if you haven't subscribed there, please do. It's, what is the channel name again, Carrie? I want to say open book, but no, it's not open book. I'm just so tired. I'm not even thinking of it. You're welcome, Namira. Big hugs to you, Namira. Thank you for the hearts. I was lucky to catch you because of time difference. I'm here at differing times, so it could be me too. I've been kind of keeping later hours. One that you renamed, yeah, that one. Yeah, if you don't mind putting it there, I can pin it. Carrie, thank you so much. You have a good night, Jakisha. Thank you for being here. All the best to you. It is 6 hours later. Yeah, I'm going to aim for the daytime readings, but it's kind of, I have to get my sleep pattern adjusted. That's a lot of the problem. So that's like right now, I'm in sync with the night times because it's so late right now while I'm leaving. It's better than it was in prior weeks, but it still needs a lot of adapting, changing, right? I shouldn't be reading after I feed my guys their evening meal. I should be calling it, it should be done by then. Oh, she can't. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close the book on this read tonight. I was going to say Lucky Girl Tarot, but no, this is Cosmic Sage. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.